Today's question of the week is a good one, but before I get into it, I want to let you know that if you have a question and you would appreciate my perceptive insight into your situation, I want you to ask it. Go ahead and ask it in the comments. Or if you prefer to remain anonymous and you want to give a little bit more detail, you can email me, monique@feminineinfluence.co, and in the subject line, put Q&A. Q, you can use the ampersand A or Q&A, and we'll take it from there. And that lets me know that this is what you want me to address. And here's the thing, if you really want perceptive insight, don't just ask a general blanketed question, like really give some details, but don't make it too super long, but just give me some insight to let me know that this is a question for you, like it's a customized question versus something that just applies to any and anybody, okay? That really helps me, and it can help you too. So, today's question of the week is this. It says, Monique, this is from a while ago, but anyway, Monique, I'm going to meet my ex. I want him back for the first time in 2 years. Can you please do a video on tips for the first meeting? Thank you. So this is a popular question. It's a common question. What do you do when you're meeting someone for the first time? And in this woman's case, reconnecting for the first time in 2 years. So for this one, I have just three things that I want to share with you. So first thing that I want to encourage you to do is to really just check in with yourself, right? And ask, what's the purpose? Well, for you, I hear that you want him back. But for someone else who's listening to this, if you're meeting someone for the first time, really check in with yourself and ask yourself, what's the purpose, and what is it that you're really hoping to get from this interaction, from this date? But it's not, when I say that, I'm saying this, that I want you to approach it with intention and not from a results orientation, because that puts you in your executive energy, your masculine energy. And that's not really where you want to be in order to create the sexual polarity that's needed to develop and create attraction. Okay. So, if you're meeting with somebody, if you don't like the guy, then it could be like, well, what am I trying to get from this? Is it just good conversation? Is it male company? You just really appreciate the company of, a good guy? Or is it for data gathering? So really just check in with yourself and determine, how do you want to approach this and give it the intention that it deserves? The second thing that I want to encourage you to do is take the pressure off so you can be present and enjoy yourself and have fun, right? This is a part of the process that I've developed to teach you along the way, is to have fun in the process so that ultimately you can show up in ways that are enjoyable. And when you show up in ways that are enjoyable, you're more likely to get what you want, because you show up in a way that's very attractive, very appealing, especially in a moment where, happy women are rare. Happy women are rare. So, really think about that. Take the pressure off so you can prepare your heart for what it is that you want, enjoy, have fun in the process. Meaning, and this is what I mean specifically. So take the pressure off so that as you're, conversing with this gentleman, and your mind might project into the future, and you're already thinking like, oh my gosh, you're thinking about something that you probably shouldn't be thinking about in that moment. You're thinking about something in the future, which means that you're likely going to forfeit the connection that you could be having in the moment. So take the pressure off, have fun, let it be what it is. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the past. Faith is now. So keep yourself in the moment. So the third thing that I want you to consider is that chemistry is nice, but it's also fleeting. So I say this to say that consider what you want. Consider what your long-term desires, your vision, your goal is. And understand how this moment is working in collaboration with that, whether to bring you closer to it or to say, pause, he's not it, and move on. And go beyond. So when I say chemistry is fleeting, go beyond what you don't see and don't feel, and get curious about that, right? So what is it about this man that's not turning you on, that's not really doing it for you? But don't go into judgment, just go into more of curiosity of what you're experiencing. And also at the same time, if you feel that you are excited and you're aroused, get curious about that. Like, what is it about this feeling that is turning you on that really excites you? Because then you get to ask yourself the quality questions like, rather than being like, does he like me? Oh my gosh, am I enough? And all these other things, you go into like, okay, how do I feel about myself when I'm in his presence? You get to ask yourself the quality questions. And when you do that, it gives you insight, and it brings you closer to what it is that you really want and what it is that you desire. So I hope that helped. Again, if you have a question, you can ask it in the comments and I'll be sure to read it, or you can email me, Monique@feminineinfluence.co. In the subject line, put Q&A so I'll know what it is, and we'll just take it from there. If this episode appealed to you and you want to learn more about the process that I've created to help you win in both love and life, go ahead in the description box or maybe somewhere over here, and I have a new training that's called How to Meet a Good Man this month.